So the NBA draft lottery was last night, and the New Orleans Pelicans didn't get picked number one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but lucky number seven. So we're going to break that down right now in the collusion that the NBA is doing right in front of our very eyes. What they've been doing. So just cue that music I'll be playing, man. So cue it.
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I'm your host of the most, Jordan Kitchens, and ladies and gentlemen, we have to address the elephant in the room. The NBA draft lottery was last night, and I did a live reaction of that bad boy. Yo, go ahead and go watch that. And that's a real reaction. All right, that was live. That wasn't me. Oh, let me tape record this, and I already know what's going. No, that was my genuine how I felt, and that's why it was only a 7-minute video, because I didn't want to talk about it anymore. But I just slept on it. We then came back. We're back again. So guys, let's address the elephant in the room. Not only did the New Orleans Pelicans fall in the draft, the Utah Jazz fell in the draft. The Washington Lizards, the Washington Generals, the Washington Wizards fell in the draft as well too, and the Charlotte Hornets fell in the draft. So all the top 4 teams that have been mocked to be getting Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, all these people, nope, not a single one. So as this video goes on, I'm gonna give you guys my 2 cents here and there, but for right now, let's just analyze the picks in the order that we're looking at right now. So right now it is the Spurs at 14. Oh wow, and that's from the Hawks. That's the DeJounte Murray trade. So congratulations. The Spurs at 14, Hawks at 13, Bulls at 12, Blazers at 11, Rockets at 10, Raptors at 9, Nets at 8. Now, when I saw the Nets at 8, I'm like, oh, damn, the Pelicans at 8. I'm like, okay, cool. But in my idiotic little brain, I wasn't realizing the teams that were jumping. The teams, it never caught my eye that the Dallas Mavericks were sneaking their way up there. I forgot about the Spurs' other pick. And then the 76ers. But we will get to those guys. So then the Pelicans, lucky number 7. Oh, man, all this tank for Flagg and all this, do this. Oh, I'm going to talk about the tanking. But Pelicans at 7, Wizards at 6, Jazz at 5, Hornets at 4. So there goes your top 4 right there. Hornets 4, Jazz 5, Wizards 6, Pelicans 7. Everybody that was doing this nasty tank, this is what you got. You got slapped on the ass. Just call it what it is. You got slapped on the ass. Let's keep going. Sixers 3. Spurs 2. Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs, another top 3 pick. Another top 5 pick. Forget that. Another top 5 pick, because Castle's like the 4th or 5th pick. Another top 5 pick. So the NBA has quietly built San Antonio back up. All right. Here's Wembanyama. Here's a generational prospect you will never see again in 100 years. Here's him. Okay. There you go. This is the modern day Wilt Chamberlain that can shoot and do all this. Here you go. You can have him. Matter of fact, you can have him. Here's another rookie of the year, Stephon Castle from UConn. Great guard, combo guard, rebounding guard, point guard, whatever you want him to do, he can do it all. One rookie of the year. There you go. Matter of fact, here also trade for De'Aaron Fox. We can give you guys De'Aaron Fox. We want De'Aaron Fox to axe out of Sacramento, and he's gonna go to the Spurs. Now here's the number 2 pick. Matter of fact, you got the number 2 pick and you got the 14 pick, because you know why? Giannis Antetokounmpo might be up for availability. And so now you guys can sit there and maybe trade those picks, maybe trade Stephon Castle, and pair up De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, and Victor Wembanyama. Thank you, Adam Silver. You know, this is such a great lead that you're just sitting there. I'm going to get to the Mavericks at number 1. I'm just going to talk about the Spurs and what's been going on under our nose. Under our nose. So now they're in a prime position to go and trade for Giannis. In the West. In a divisional team of the Pelicans. Yeah, they didn't completely pass you by in their rebuild. I mean, the second they got Wemby, it was, but not the Spurs. Nah, if they really do package Castle and maybe this pick to Milwaukee, and maybe they may be able to keep Castle. You know, these NBA trades be weird. We didn't saw Luka Doncic go for a ham and cheese sandwich to Anthony Davis, so I don't know. But if they're able to trade this and get Giannis, now you got Fox, Giannis, and Wemby in the West, and a team that has to play the Pelicans. I mean, okay. But let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, let's talk about this number 1 pick. We've seen this before. We've seen this before multiple times. If you do any type of business with any Los Angeles team, you get rewarded with the number 1 pick. It just seems like that from Chris Paul, from the whole. I mean, and that's why I'm not gonna trip too hard. That's why I needed a 24-hour reset because so when the Pelicans, well, the Hornets at the time traded Chris Paul to the Clippers, they're really trying to trade him to Lakers, but they traded him to the Clippers anyway. You know, got vetoed or whatnot. They get rewarded with Anthony Davis. Okay, so when the Pelicans trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers, they get rewarded with the number one pick and get Zion Williamson. So when the Dallas Mavericks trade Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers, they somehow get Cooper Flagg. These people gave Nico Harrison his get out of jail free card. Nico Harrison was damn near on the side of the road with a tin can of spare change, please. Nico Harrison couldn't even go outside of his house in Dallas. The NBA said, you know what, brother, for helping the Lakers out, here you go, brother, here you go. You know, you know what, Nico, we see all the hate. You know, Dallas is a big market. You know, I ain't gonna say it's like, I'm not gonna say Dallas is Miami or New York, but Dallas is a very big market. There's a lot of people in Texas, And, you know, in the 21st century, the Mavericks are a very good franchise. So, you know, the NBA just had to give Nico Harrison his get out of jail free card. You're like, you know what? You got all this backlash. You didn't help us and save the Los Angeles Lakers. So here you go. Here's Cooper Flagg. So now you can have Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Derek Lively, you know, all this. You know what? Here you go, Nico. Thank you for doing your service. Thank you for putting in your communion to the offer of the Los Angeles Lakers church. The Los Angeles Lakers church, thank you for giving your communion to them, and here's your reward. You get Cooper Flagg. I mean, we didn't see this happen multiple times. That's why I'm not going to trip too hard about, oh, man, the Pelicans rigged. Oh, yeah, it's rigged. It's rigged, but we didn't have it rigged for us, too. I mean, if we're going to call a spade, it's been rigged for us. It has. All right, don't sit here and lie to yourself. Don't sit here and lie to yourself. It's been rigged for us. But the fact that Dallas Mavericks came out the woodworks with 1% of a chance. The Mavericks had 1% chance to get the number one pick. One. That's like me hitting the lottery right now and never doing this again. Y'all would never, if I hit the lottery, no, actually, I would keep doing this. I lied. I would hit the lottery and I would keep doing this, but yeah, y'all would see me pimped out. Oh yeah, y'all gonna see me icy, baby. I'm gonna be shining, baby. Y'all gonna know I got that. Y'all gonna know I got some cheese on me. Y'all gonna know I got some cheese. Y'all gonna know. I'll still be doing this, but I would definitely be, yeah, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know. I'll be, yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying? But the writing's on the wall. Adam Silver is making it very clear to all these NBA franchises, you are not going to tank on my watch. All right, cool. Sit there and tank all season. I'm going to slap you with that 5th pick. I'm going to slap you with the 6th pick. You will not touch a top 3 pick if you tank. Adam Silver is cracking down on that, man. It's like, look at this tweet right here. So this tweet comes from Phil Yates. He says, since the NBA changed its lottery system in 2019, that's the year the Pelicans got Zion, the team with the league's worst record has never won the lottery and picked first overall. This marks the 3rd straight year that the team with the league's worst overall record will pick 5th in the draft. Will pick 5th. Adam Silver saying, look, you want to sit here and tank? All right, cool. I'm going to show you how to tank. Get that 5th pick. Get that 7th pick. Get that 6th pick. You're not going to tank, man. You're going to try and win. And that's why I was so against the tank in the beginning. I'm like, guys, you guys had to, like, people like, oh, bro, the tank for flag, bro, forget. Why are you tripping? We're tanking for flag. We're trying to capture the flag. And I'm like, listen. They're not tanking. They're just bad. And then they try to sit there and put the Zion minutes restrictions later down the season. You know, they're trying to do all this and that. You're playing Bruce Brown 40 minutes a game and doing this. And it's just like, you did all that. And it's like, you did all that for the 7th pick. But it's not even about the Pelicans. Look at the Jazz, man. Think if you're a Jazz fan. Think if you're the Wizards waking up today and like you did all that. Way worse than the Pelicans, especially Utah Jazz. Whatever the Jazz got, what they deserve. They deserve the 5th pick because that unethical tanking, sitting the whole team out, making up injuries, the whole starting lineup hurt one game, and then they play 5 games later. Like that whole BS charade the Jazz were pulling. Oh no, Adam Silver had to crack that down. So the Jazz deserve the 5th pick. All right, I feel like the Pelicans went about it tanking a little bit better, but the Jazz, on the other hand, disgusting. So think about, you know, the Wizards, I feel like their future's a lot brighter because they actually have some good young players, you know, Bub Carrington, Alex Sarr, A.J. Johnson. They actually have some good young pieces. But the Jazz, man, I mean, Cody Williams was, whew. I mean, you got Flipopowski from Duke, but, I mean, he ain't Cooper Flagg. So the Jazz, I mean, Pelicans got it bad, but thank you to Jazz, man. I mean, maybe, the Hornets maybe, like, you know, you got to go another young guy to add to LaMelo, Brandon Miller. I mean, Miles Bridges. I mean, what they like? How much more losing can you do? Because you're not gonna get rewarded for it. So it's like you better value trying to win. Simple. I think this is the death of tanking. You gotta the tanking is over with. I'm about to say, like, if you want a guaranteed pick outside the top 5, you better tank. Other than that, Other than that, man, you might as well try and make the play-in. If you miss the play-in, you might get blessed. But the Bulls, on the other hand, they're getting blessed. But somehow the Dallas Mavericks get blessed. I don't know, man. But Adam Silver, he's definitely cracking down on the tanking. And if you don't see it, yeah, blind. You're blind. But let's talk about the 7th pick for the Pelicans. It would necessarily not the worst case scenario. I mean, I still feel like there's a lot of avenues open up, and I feel like a lot of avenues will open up once the NBA playoffs is over. So there's going to be teams that get bounced. They're going to have to blow it up and make some tough decisions, and maybe the Pelicans can be a benefactor of that. You still own Milwaukee's future. Giannis wants out. Looks like he wants to go to the Spurs, and you own Milwaukee's future. So that means Milwaukee can't tank, because if they tank, they're tanking for you. But also Milwaukee kind of might want their future back, so they might make a move like, hey, you want the number 2 pick? We want our picks back, you know? You want Dylan Harper? You need a point guard. DeJounte's gone for the foreseeable future, so what do you want to do? I mean, I feel like a lot of avenues are still open for the Pelicans. There's still some wiggle room. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world because the other teams above you also fell. Like also the other tanking teams, they fell too. So it wasn't like, you know, Utah ended up getting the number 1 pick or the Wizards. You know, everybody got slapped on the wee-wee. Call it what it is. Shout out to Stale Cracker. Everybody got slapped on the wee-wee, and just so happens that you're one of those teams that got slapped on the wee-wee. So you better try to make the play-in and miss out. That's how you're going to get the number 1 pick moving forward. You ain't finna get it sitting there winning 10 games, 15 games, less than 30 games and think you're going to get rewarded. Adam Silver is like, nah, we're not doing that no more. So y'all let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about the 7 picks? Should they trade it? I don't know. I just feel like we have to see with this Giannis stuff. But also at the same time, you don't want to sit there and keep waiting. That's what the Pelicans do. Just sit there and wait when you need to be aggressive right now, and you sit there and control your destiny. Don't let these other teams control your destiny. You sit there and get on the phone with Milwaukee, see what they want to do. You know, what y'all trying to do. If y'all want to try and trade Giannis, let us get in on that deal. Let us try and, you know, get Castle or something from the Spurs. They're going to trade him to the Spurs. You know, they send Castle to us. And I don't know. I just feel like the Pelicans are going to figure something out. But y'all let me know down in the comments, man. What do you guys think, man, about all this? What do you guys think about this? But yeah, y'all go watch my live reaction. But what do you guys think, man? I already know what to say right now because I just can't believe I would have been okay with 4. But maybe this move might be better. You know, 7 is a lucky number. 7 is a lucky number, and honestly, it kind of helps the Pelicans take a little bit of pressure off because they don't have to sit there and make a super tough decision. Like if you're sitting at 3, 4, 5, you know, do you want Ace Bailey? Do you want Edgecombe? It's kind of like, well, you kind of got to get the best available. What falls to you a little bit, but also at the same time, if you identify somebody you want, possibly could be there at 7. You know, maybe Derek Queen numbers might boost him up, or he might be there. You can pair him up with Eve Messi and Zion. Like it could be. I don't know, man. My mind's all over the place. I just can't believe Adam Silver's doing this war against tanking. I believe it. You know, the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. This is what he's doing. War on tanking. So everybody else sitting there in the comments talking about, oh, we're tanking, bro. Forget all that, man. Forget that. We tanking for flag. And I sat there, drink the Kool-Aid with y'all. Like, you know what? Yeah, this might be for the best team. We're trying to tank. Yeah, now we all look stupid. We all do. Me, you, your friend you sent this video to, your mama that watch, your daddy that watch, your uncle that watch, everybody that watch these videos in my little community that was sitting there, you know, we trying to come together and take. We all look stupid because we all was biting the Kool-Aid, bro. I mean, we all was biting the cheese. We all was sipping the Kool-Aid. All of us was doing it. We was all in the damn wrong church getting fed blasphemy talking about this damn tank. Oh, they're tanking. Willie Green's brother. No, Willie Green's just incompetent. That's what it is. Call a spade a spade. But I'm done ranting, man. I'm out of here, man. It's been your boy, Jordan Kitchens. And I'm out, man. Lucky number 7? Who knows? Peace.